What's going on? Everybody, MB, Mind here. Hope you having a great day.
Now listen, I'm not having the best day ever when it comes to crypto mining.
GPU mining for me, in my situation of 15 cents, is not profitable. Not only is it not profitable, I would actually be losing a significant amount of money. So we'll talk about that for sure. We'll go over all the prices real quick. If you like this video, please do like it. Consider subscribing. We actually just broke 10,000 subscribers, who shout out to all of you. I really do appreciate you. And just in case you have a better electric rate than me and you can still crypto mine, please do check out fluxpools.net. The website is fluxpools.net. So over at Fluxpools, they actually have a weekly Flux Lottery, and so this replaces the 1K a month. Right before they were giving out $1,000, but now they decide to break it down for more miners so that more people could win Flux. 5 miners each week will win $50 in Flux, but you do have to have a 95% uptime required. This will be running for 12 months. There is 0% fees and also 0% fees on the parallel assets. Until October 5th, the Uptime Loyalty Program is forever. There will also be a weekly loyalty for those that have 97% uptime, and up amount is based on hash with max at 4 flux per 1 kj. There will also be a bi-weekly loyalty for those that can keep a 99.5% uptime, and that starts very soon. The amount is to be determined, so let's start off by looking at the 3070. Now, this is a GPU that I have always tried to get because I was planning for the bear market, which is what we're in now. I was planning for the post-Ethereum merge and I thought that maybe I'd be okay, but guess what? Right now we are not okay by any means. So right here you'll see 15 cents kilowatt. And I do want to say, especially if you're new to mining, what to mine right now is going to be all over the place. I'm not saying this is the greatest thing ever to use, but let's just use it because that's really all we know. Let's go ahead and hit calculate and let this refresh one more time. So let's look at the best situation, something called Grin CT32. I'd never even heard of that, but that would be my best option. At my electric rate, I would be losing 28 cents just for one 3070 man. Can you imagine how much money I would lose? I have almost 200 GPU. Next up is Sarah, which is minus 32 cents. I've actually talked about that one before. Some of these little coins I'm starting to look at. Next. Of course we have Nice Hash. Wow, Nice Hash is L Hash. And we have Zeno Rio. I think it's Rio. Let me know if that's different. And then Flux right here, which is my favorite. But oh man, minus 36 cents at 15 cent kilowatt. The rest here you can see just deeper and deeper hole fewer. To my Nioxin, I'd be losing 41 cents for every GPU, and that's the most efficient ones. Imagine if I did this with my 3090 Raven coin would be losing 42 cents. Beam would be losing 42 cents as well. Ethereum Classic here in the green dash, 33 cents. I would avoid Ethereum Classic at all cost if you possibly could. That is ASIC Rand. Really all of these ethical DZ forks in general are probably going to be ASIC Rand. And that's what a lot of people are going to be moving to, so be careful. Fiero, minus 41 cents, my goodness. And Ergo's getting a massive jump, which we'll get into in just a minute. And that's minus 37 cents. So yeah, you can see it is rough right now for 15 cents. Kilowatt, alright, so now we're going to look at Ethereum Classic at the making this video. It is now September 18th and this is at 7 p.m. at night EST, so it might be a little bit different by the time you see this in the morning. I can't imagine it being that much different, but hopefully it gets better. Ethereum Classic 200 terahash, my goodness, man, that has really shot up. If you look before the Ethereum merge, we're just in the 50s. If you look a week before that, roughly in the 40s.
So yeah, wow, at one point it was 307 to 310 terahash.
That is absolutely insane.
So yes, I would avoid this one at all cost. And if we look at the difficulty, it's pretty much the same story on Ethereum Classic 2.68 petahash.
It was well over 3 petahash at one point. Hopefully this improves. I don't think this will improve.
This particular coin, simply because of all those ASICs. Now, if we look at ERGO, and if you're ever curious what these prices are of these coins, it's right here at the very top where my mouse is. Argo is just at $3.27. That really has a lot to do with it as well, and there's a lot of different reasons for this. I think of the economy going on with the CPI data, what's going on in the stock world, the markets in general is really affecting the crypto world. So I wouldn't freak out too much.
I don't think it's because of crypto crashing or anything like that. It's really what's going on in all the markets at the exact same time. Prior to the Ethereum merge, we were 25, maybe even 30s on the terahash, and then oh my goodness man, we went up to 350, think about that. From 30 to 350 terahash, everybody and their mother went on to Ergo. I was actually mining before that on ERGO, and then now we've kind of stalled out to some extent, which is about 84 terahash. A lot of people are turning off, and this is good if you do want to crypto mine. I think just at this moment it's not that great. And if we look at the Ergo difficulty, I mean, it has just Hadouken from 3 petahash all the way up to 21.67 petahash. I mean, yeah, goodness, good luck on Earl. Good luck to all of you who are mining.
Ergo, next up we're going to look at Flux, which is a personal favorite of mine. You all know that under $1 now at 96 cents, decent buying opportunity if you were looking to purchase the coin minus 11.65%.
That hurts, man. That definitely hurts.
But Flux hasn't been quite as bad, especially on the yield compared to a lot of these
other coins or Ergo.
You know, I went from, I think 11 Ergo a day or 6 Ergo a day really depended on the day before the merge to now. Like 0.5 Ergo.
Think about that.
I mean, we're talking multiple gigahash getting less than 1 Ergo a day, so it's been really rough. But Flux, you're still yielding.
Okay, right? I would still think that buying the coin would get you a lot more Flux than mining. At this current moment. Prior to the Ethereum merge, we were under 3 megasouls.
So somewhere between 2 and 3 megasouls, and now we're up to 8. And at one point we were almost at 10 megasouls, but that's only a 3x compared to like ERGO that I showed you, or Ethereum Classic where it was up to 10 times more people on the network. So that's something you should consider looking at the difficulty here, kind of the same story.
We're currently at 127. I don't know what K is. I'm guessing kilosouls. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments section below. Feel free. I don't mind at all looking at a fan favorite, Nyosa. This one has really taken a major hit pretty much in every way that you can think of.
In the last 24 hours, we're down 26%.
That really hurts much less than a penny.
In fact, it looks like it's about half of a penny, and it's crazy to think because we were at 3 pennies not too long ago and holding 2 pennies for quite some time. So yeah, huge decrease in the price of this.
The terahash, the network difficulty and the hash rate is definitely gone up a lot. So prior to the merge, we were around 1 terahash.
And the difficulty, I'll show you here, pretty much the same story, very difficult, and the fact that the price of these coins are coming down,
especially in the USA, is not helping with profitability at all. I also do want to mention Raven coin real quick.
You can see it is down 14%, so we're just up to 4 pennies, which actually isn't as bad as before the merge. I want to say leading up to the merger, just before that moment we were hovering around 2 cents, so we still have doubled that if you've been holding for a little bit.
But yes, if you are mining, it's down 14% just on the coin.
And you can see prior to Ethereum merger around that 4 terahash 3 teras.
Now we're at 18 terahash. That one definitely hurts. A lot of people have been talking about Beam.
Completely, which is something that I have looked into, but yeah, it kind of fizzled out, as you can see down about 8% in the last 24 hours.
That's almost 20 cents.
So, not the greatest opportunity, but also not the worst hitcoin either.
Man, those numbers are quite depressing. It sucks, man. It sucks right now to be a GPU miner at this current moment because everything I own is turned off. The only things that I have that are not turned off are my 2 Dodge miners, and I probably have like 3 rigs. Other people's houses, which are getting hosted, so I can't really cancel on them. Those are actually all on Ergo.
I would love to swap them over to Flux, but they've actually requested that I keep it on Ethereum or Argo or something like that. They don't really want to run Flux on them, so I can't really pull out on my contract. It's more of like a handshake than a contract with a lot of these people, but I totally understand. They don't really want me to run Raven or Flux or something that uses a lot more wattage.
Totally understandable. But yeah, just the 2 Dodge miners.
And also something that I've been looking into, you guys, if you didn't know, not sponsored. Not affiliated in any way, but on our last viewer call in on this last Friday, we started a Friday show. If you didn't know that, right, Torum called in actually and they talked to us for like 30 minutes and I'm starting to look at CPU mining and it actually sounded pretty interesting. So I do plan on turning on 1 rig for that, maybe potentially 2, but certainly I am doing a lot of lottery plays now.
I'm not suggesting you do that. That's totally up to you.
I have been looking at like a lot of coins that are pretty much like under a penny, coins.
That are just 1 GPU get you hundreds if not thousands of coins.
I probably will announce those at a later time. But if I start to announce them now, honestly, man, like there's gonna be a lot of people that probably lose a lot of money on that and it's very risky and I don't want to hurt my credibility, recommending a bunch of coins to people I don't.
I wouldn't really feel comfortable with that. So right now I am working on Repertorium for that CPU miner which I'm about to build. Probably tonight. It really depends on what I'm doing. And then also I've got 3 rigs on some UN coin. So let me know if you have any coins that you've been working on and I've only been throwing like a single 3070 on those 2. Be clear, so I am playing around with it and I'll continue to play around with some of these smaller cap coins. Also, let me know what you think of the new studio. This is not in any way, shape, or form complete. I actually got rid of the desk, if you remember this humongous desk. I actually need to fill a couple spots in, repair some drywall, paint this place. I want to get a bunch of things on the walls, get some more lighting, change up a few things, but this is just the beginning. This is my new camera.
I'll show you what my old camera used to look like.
This is my old camera that I've been filming pretty much most of my videos on.
And of course the lighting is a little weird, but this is what it would have looked like.
And just to show you one more time, this is the newer camera that I've been using. This is the Sony a6000. I don't have a link for that or anything. I don't care if you buy it or not. I just want to let you know and ask you what you thought of the new production value.
Look, there's no sugarcoating it right now, guys.
Crypto mining is extremely difficult. I think I'm just going to stay offline except for some of these lottery plays that I don't mind spending, 130, somewhere between 100 and 2030 watts per rig or per GPU. Just playing around with some of these smaller cap coins as lottery plays. But I don't think that unless things change on a lot of these bigger coins, like your Ergos, like your Flux, like these others, I think what I'll end up doing instead of spending all that money on electricity and not really even breaking even, I'll probably take that $1,000 or $1,500 and start dollar cost averaging into a lot of these coins. I already have been doing that with Cardano. Actually, so I'll probably spend like another $500 on Cardano.
I think I'll probably throw maybe $250 at Ergo, and I'll throw another $250 at Flux.
So that's kind of the plan. Maybe I'll spend a little bit more, a little bit less.
But that's my personal plan because the goal at the end of the day for me is to get a bunch of coin, not necessarily just to have rigs on, just to have rigs on.
Whatever you do decide, I totally respect it. Please do check out the links in the description, join the Discord, check us out on Twitter. I'm trying to make at least 5 videos every single week. I love every single one of you. Oh, and if you made to this part of the video,